Welcome in. And by welcome in, I mean welcome in.
Chris, they knew what you meant.
Did they?
It's literally in the words.
I don't think some people
Welcome
actually...
in doesn't need a whole lot of definition. It's welcoming people in.
Well, what if I'm welcome?
You are welcome.
Welcome in?
You're not welcome in, but you're welcome.
Speaking of being welcome...
Hello, everybody.
Hey.
How are you?
Welcomeception.
On this wonderful Thanksgiving Eve for all of you in the wonderful United States of America.
Thanksgiving Eve. Very, very
Happy Thanksgiving, Zilfer.
I need to put my...
That's tomorrow, but yeah. Uniform. Your what? Oh, the hat? That's his uniform. Look at this hair. Look at my hair.
Dude, you're telling me, man. I haven't
Do I have
hair.
beautiful hair or what?
You got a good set of hair. Set? You got a
I got a good set of hair.
You got a good you got a
Sure.
good you got a good head of hair.
I got
Jason.
a good set of hair. Thanks, Chris.
Hey, speaking of good hair, welcome in everybody. We
Thanks,
got
Chris.
bearded James Bean, sarcastic Schlinky. Zilfer, thank you for my butt coming in the mail.
Ooh, excuse me?
We're gonna get a lot of that
What
today.
kind of channel do you think this is?
How are we doing? I hope you all have been very active on the monumental week of firsts.
Was I doing this color?
You did something with that color.
Is this the color I was doing? I don't remember.
I think so. No, metallic meatballs. There was the best brushes came from. Yes, that's where the. Oh, you're talking about like the butt? Is that where the butts come?
Excuse you?
What? Lumberjack says, "OMG, what a day!" What?
What's wrong with your day?
Lumberjack, I know something's wrong when you don't instantly say "sup fuse."
Yeah, right. Sup, Fuse?
Big Bobzilla. Speaking of Big Bobzilla, 103 months.
No, he's lying. There's no way.
Wow.
We haven't even been here that long.
Big Bobzilla. You like that little cheer on, just like the mini painter? How you doing? Sugar Rush, how you doing?
Big Bobzilla, he's our man. If he can't do it, no one can.
Hooray!
Big Bobzilla.
Blank, blah, 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 blah. You like that one? I could have clapped. Hey, Big Bobzilla, not many people get that kind of special treatment. Thank you so much for your service.
He deserves it. I have a cutting board that is like literally the best thing in the history of best things.
That's true. Jason, somebody had tagged in the Discord. There was like a Pro Acryl 3D print thing for the background. I saw that.
A what?
You had liked something in the Discord. Somebody had posted like their stuff.
Oh yeah, the wall mount.
Hey, thank you, Raiders. Tenburn, what's going on? Raid.
Are we talking about the wall mount paint
Tenbrum.
rack?
Yeah.
It was good. Welcome everybody.
Welcome in, Raiders. Wow. If you are new here, wow, just kicking off the stream right. It's a monumental week of firsts here at Monument Hobbies.
Hello. First time Chris has talked nonstop in his entire life.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh wait, no, that's a lie.
No, wait a second. No. My mind is oh man. Something, dude.
Losing it.
Yeah, I'm losing it. What's new?
See, Chris is
Thank
the
you
one
so
that
much for
says
that, Ray
Don't
Timber.
ever let him say anything different. He's like, Jason came up to my office, do. Never happens. But he, on the other hand, says it all the time.
I don't.
He says it so much that even Gabe makes fun of him, saying do.
Gabe does not get any free publicity. Public acknowledgement. Not in my stream. The air hose on my truck broke at the first stop, and my dispatcher thought because I was in 5 burns, it was going to take 7 hours to get someone out of me. It ended up, oh no. Ugh, lumberjack.
Oh, wait, that's a good day.
Is it?
Yeah, he said he didn't have to go to a second stop and got home at 3:30.
Oh, I read it as in it was going to be a bad day.
That's what I thought.
Hey, you know what? You can never have a bad day when you're painting, so maybe pick up that brush. Get painting.
Wow, that was some real Bob Ross.
You like that?
exposition.
Now, chat, I had a come to Jesus moment last night with my...
Did you deal with your bases?
I concepted out another one. I complained about it at dinner, and I'm like, you know what? Okay, I'm going to try this again. This approach, I primed everything. So I put some sand down with the tufts, primed over all of it.
Yep.
And now I'm going to see how that looks when I start painting over it.
Nice.
So
last night I was devious.
You were devious?
Yeah, I was devious.
What do you mean
Because
devious?
Gabe and Christopher had an obligation to go do a thing, and neither one of them seemed very hype about doing the thing.
Not
And
at
so
the
I sat
time.
around in the parking lot talking to them, and you know, we had some good, you know, man-to-man discussions.
That's right.
Out in the parking lot.
Yes,
And then
sir.
I was like, oh, and by the way, we should go do Margarita Tuesday.
We did.
And we did. So I
Yes.
derailed after telling them how much they would be missed at their thing and how important it was to everybody attending for them to go. I then switched over to Devil's Advocate and said, but we could go get tacos.
We could.
And we did.
And it was good. I don't...
See, that's how you do it, chat.
You know, it needed to happen.
It needed to
The
happen.
world needed the universe needed that to happen.
And we got you double points on your Aho Owls card.
Whoa, I'm a member, dude. Aho Owls, shout out to Aho Owls. If we get one
No free
sponsor,
pub.
no, they'll get my pub. This episode is brought to you by Aho Owls.
It's
Aho
not.
Owls. If you are in the Arizona Arizona tree lard or tri area, what's it called?
What?
Tri area,
what?
valley. I was trying to do like the
If you're in the tri-state region.
yeah, there it is. If you're in the tri-state region,
If you're in the tri-borough region of Phoenix,
Yeah,
which
if
doesn't
you're in
exist,
the
but if you happen to be in Phoenix,
if you're in the Tri-Alley Valley area, Aho Owls.
there's a bunch of them.
That's it. That was my one free pub. Aho Owls, if you're out there, sponsor us.
I think there's like 3 or 4 of them.
Can I get a sponsorship? Can I just do this? Can I call up? I bet you if we hit up the CEO of Aho Owls and we called him, right?
Like, all right, here's the deal.
We're
Here's what we
Arizona.
do. Here's who we are.
We're Arizona local.
We're demanding from you
Yeah.
$80 million. And what we'll do in return for $80 million
80 million?
is we will tell all of our world of followers how delicious your tacos are. And yes, I
Dude.
said that out loud.
Just imagine this for a second. Imagine
Hear
if
me
that
out,
was
chat.
actually a thing that
Slick
we
Willies.
what
Woo,
if
that was nearly a bad move.
what if that was actually a thing?
What?
If we
If we
did
were sponsored
that,
by, we are not going to get sponsored by Aho Owls. We are going to get sponsored by Los Dos Molinos.
why not all of them? Let's go.
No, you can't say you're sponsored by every Mexican food restaurant in Phoenix, Arizona. That's bad pub.
That's great.
That's like, make up your mind which one is real. Which one is your real favorite? They can't all be.
Lumberjack, man, Chris, that was terrible. Yeah, that one was bad. I panicked.
I panicked.
That was the first time I'm like, oh wow, if anybody from Aho Owls is watching out there, maybe we could get a sponsorship. There you go. Jentastic says, if Aho Owls sponsors us, does that mean we can't go to any other good Mexican food restaurants anymore?
See, babe, you understand. I
don't-
just said it's not going to be Aho Owls. It will be Los Dos Molinos.
Don't ask, don't tell. Is that the phrase?
Well, I'm not going to like walk in with like a ball cap and sunglasses on to every other Mexican restaurant because they'll be like, oh, whoa, 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 whoa.
Whoa.
Didn't you choose Aho Owls over us?
I did. But Los Dos is good too.
I don't know. You know, Aho's is okay.
It's nostalgic.
It's
for
okay.
me.
Okay, that's the thing.
That's it. It's
I think we've had
100%
that
it.
conversation before.
It's 100% nostalgia.
Okay,
And
it's not bad,
I got a membership card.
but he does have a membership card, and they do that fun membership, which I have to admit is kind of fun.
Chuck, I need to know the best taco joint in Phoenix. And Jen Chastic said, Chuck, I made pumpkin bread for the crew. We had some of your pumpkin bread, Chuck.
Chuck, I'm gonna go out on a limb. Jen did justice to your pumpkin bread. It was amazeballs.
Wow.
Absolute amazeballs.
It was very delicious.
I came
Jen.
home last night after Taco Tuesday with the boys to a house that smelled like heaven.
Yeah. Wow.
And you know what heaven smells like, it turns out?
Pumpkin bread.
Pumpkin bread.
pumpkin bread.
Chuck's family recipe pumpkin bread, which I think that Jen is one of the few in the world that has Chuck's family recipe pumpkin bread.
It was amazing, Chuck.
And she did it justice, so good on ya.
No, Chuck says, so I don't need to do a fresh pumpkin bread delivery. If you got it, bring it. So that's not an excuse not to bring it, Chuck. Chuck, did you get your butt set?
So, Chuck, the only thing I fear here...
What do you fear?
I fear that if you send pumpkin bread, that now there will be a comparison in everyone's minds between yours, the OG, and Jen's, the new bro.
The new bro?
Yeah.
Wow.
The new bro. And I don't know. I don't want to start a battle. I want to believe that
turf
they
war?
can
What's
both
it called?
exist.
Yeah.
Jen made some changes to it.
What if... Whoa. Messed with the science?
Messed with the science.
That's okay. Sometimes you gotta play.
Hey,
you know?
You know?
Sometimes you gotta make art. Nothing wrong with the OG, but nothing wrong with exploring. That's what I'm gonna say. I think my new initiative is to get Aho Owls to sponsor this stream. I've said it out loud.
What about Dawn Dish Soap? Weren't we going to talk to Dawn Dish Soap?
Let's start local, then go big.
Yeah.
We're gonna go from Aho
so
Owls.
you think so having Aho Owls is going to convince Dawn to deal with us? Is that your plan?
I think so. I think
check
everybody.
it out. Look what we've done for Aho Owls.
Look at this. We brought them $50 in the last 3 months. What can you do for us, Dawn Soap?
What did we charge Aho Owls for the $50 that we got them?
$15,000.
Okay.
We charged
that
them.
return on investment is good, right?
Yes.
Does that match the ROAS people are looking for these days?
The old ROAS.
That's what the kids say.
I guess so. And while you're at it, you can give me a ROAS lobotomy.
Excuse you?
I used a lot of sounds on that one.
Excuse you?
How many days will it take my order will be sent from your EU website?
5 million.
Says Old Gamer NL. ASAP.
5 million.
What's the turnaround time in the EU right now?
Turnaround time in the EU right now is...
I don't have it off the top of my head, but they're chomping at the bit and they're going to get it out to you. Yeah. That's all I know.
Yeah, depending on what you ordered, I know that the Frameables and the Wizard's Butt sets hit there tomorrow, the shipment, so they will be starting to ship out those things. They've already got some orders going out from the Black Friday sale, and ones that were including the newer products will be fulfilled starting tomorrow, Friday, and then into next week. Holiday time, the order volume is so high, you always have to be a little more patient.
You know what's so funny is that because this is the first of firsts, right? Like, typically in the past, it's been like, 1 or 2 massive days. It's still going.
Yep. We normally just do Black Friday, Cyber Monday, like that weekend.
Yeah.
This week has proven to be holy hell.
Old Gamer says, I ordered Wizard's Butt set and 45 paints. Old Gamer, you're in.
Holy cow.
That sounds like an investment. Welcome to the crew. I'm sure you're chomping at the bit to get your paint. That's a fun, exciting feeling.
Thank you, everybody, for the support. It's our first ever sale, so we're always, we knew that people would react well to it because everybody's always like, when does your stuff go on sale? And we're like, we don't put it on sale. It's not what we are. And then when we do, people are like,
people are like, what
the heck?
I am so glad you are making that jump, Old Gamer. Thank you so much for giving us a try. Mandarin says, can you tell me the ratio to make a wash for your paints, specifically Payne's Gray? Papa Johnson.
The ratio to make your paints into a wash?
Yeah. Are you talking about?
We have a Payne's Gray wash.
I was just about to say.
Are you trying to just use our Payne's Gray paint? You don't own the wash, or you want to know
how much glaze and wash medium? Maybe. I think that's what you're talking about.
Yeah. Just let us know what you're really.
Manaran, yep. Captain Schmo, we're doing great. We're doing.
A good old day in the neighborhood.
Yeah. Mathis, yes, the sale is so good. I'm considering buying a full line backup set of paints. Right now's the time.
We've had a lot of people that have sent us messages saying, "Holy heck, I stocked up for years."
Yeah.
It is, right? It's I don't think about that stuff, but a deal like this is
Well,
definitely worth jumping on.
Here's kind of how I see it, right? Because I get, obviously I'm different because I'm an employee, but when I wasn't, I would stock up. I would use Pro.
Why does that make you different? We charge you double.
Wait a minute.
Whoa, sorry, wait, what?
Double? I've been paying triple.
Oh, you only
What?
have to pay double?
What? What are you talking about? I've spent so much money here, and then the membership
I have 5
fee.
bottles of paint, and I pay a membership fee.
$45.
Working here is amazing, folks. Should you ever want to make zero money, pay the company you work for and get nothing in return.
I can't believe
Monumental
you
Hobbies.
guys. I don't get
You
a
thought you had all
discount.
the washes, but I'm missing that one. Oh, yeah, we make paint gray.
Yeah.
It came out in the amp sets, right?
Yep. It's a
So
great wash.
it came out with the petroleum
Love that
brown,
workup.
the brown gray, and the magenta. So 4 new washes in the amp colors, and the Payne's gray is one of our most amazing washes. Everybody loves it.
Zilfer, right now is a great time to buy a go bag.
Oh my god!
It
It pains my heart to see go bags at that price.
Oh, let the just let the floodgates open. Negative CGA says, I have nearly all the paints. Thankfully, Tucson has a couple choices to quick. Nice. There's a couple stores in Tucson, I believe. Yeah. That's cool. The Go-Bat is perfect contour. Oh my gosh, yes. It's so cool to see the Adepticon at Fort Wapple of everybody's setup.
Yep.
I saw one dude, his name was Ryan, and he had he opened his go bag and he had this whole apparatus cut thing out inside of it. It was really cool. He customized the foam and everything in there.
Yep. I've seen some people that have done 3D printed things to hold the paint and
Oh,
lights
yeah.
and all sorts of crazy stuff inside. It's very customizable.
Yeah. Yes. If you all are from your raid, or from the raid, welcome in. We are having a Monumental Week of Firsts. We released a exclusive limited edition, limited run Wizard's Butt set. And we also, I know, it's
You gotta be careful because the new people may not understand
butt set.
when we talk about the amount of butt sets we've sold this week.
We've sold a lot of butt sets this week, and it's been glorious.
It's been a glorious week of butt sets.
Yeah. So if you don't know what that is, we make a paint, and by we make a paint, I mean we the people, and by we the people, I mean 100% Jason. We're calling that Terracotta Bum. Next to I don't have that one, Chris Yellow. Next to I thought this was Plum. I could name all these colors.
The thing, Wizard's Butt is a fun paint that we make that is just a random color we come up with, and no 2 bottles are the same. And we release them in limited amounts. We normally do them only at giveaways at conventions and here on the stream.
Yep.
And this time around, we actually made a 6-paint set that is the Wizard's Butt set. And you get 6 unique colors that are new to the line that will only be made this one time.
Yep. And there's a link to our store and our EU store.
And they're great. Great.
Are you guys running low on butt sets yet?
Yeah.
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 So about that.
Did you? What is it? Well, yeah. This technically, we are running low, is what Jason's trying to say.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So about that.
Negative. We don't do our challenges based off of purchasing things. You guys should do a Wizard's Butt only challenge. We don't do that because our challenges, we don't want to force anybody to have to buy something they don't have.
Correct.
We want them just to paint.
Correct.
Obviously even with the model, that's we don't be paint the Stormcast Storm Drake. We don't do any of that. So
no, we
try
like to
keep 'em
pick it to where it's
neutral.
more generic. Use the paints you have, because one of the things that we do is really promote the idea that the right tool is the one that gets the job finished to your liking, rather than forcing anybody into a specific thing.
Yeah, it would. Now, negative, yes, you do bring up a interesting topic. I think it would be just interesting to say something is painted with only Wizard's butt. That is definitely a very interesting painting project. Jason, I just answered my own question immediately. So never mind. I was just about to say, could you paint a whole model with butt sets?
Yes.
With our butt set?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't see why not.
Hey, why not? Chuck says, so I ran out to the local bakery on lunch for a pickup for tomorrow's dessert, and there was a woman in there screaming that she didn't like how the streusel is in his pie looked, and she wanted them to make her a new one right now. Chuck, did you bake it for her? Did you offer? Did you offer to step in and bake and do that? Because maybe you should have.
I don't know why Chuck's out having to buy desserts.
Yeah, what are you doing, Chuck?
What are you doing, slacker?
You're buying something at a bakery? Don't you guys run like a back alley bakery out of your house? Like, don't you guys have like a secret bakery ring you run?
Uh-oh,
what are you buying bakery stuff for? I'm so confused, Chuck.
Look out, Chuck.
You guys produce such great bakery things. So why are you going to a bakery?
He's all baked out.
You're so baked, dude. Look, I have 600 cookies to make this weekend. I'm not adding pie to the list. Okay.
That sounded exactly like Chuck.
Slacker. I said it. Get good scrub. Is what Jason would say.
This is the thanks you get.
No.
Chris just got it to where he never sends us baked goods again.
No.
We're back on that.
Chuck won't send me
We're back in the
baked
punishment
goods.
realm because of you, Chris. You know, Chris, there's going to be a tide that changes here where everybody revolts against you because you're the reason we keep losing out on good stuff.
Is it? You know what? You want answers? I want the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
Yeah. Chuck, don't do that. Don't punish the company. Punish me.
Don't punish the company.
And now I have but Jen's kind of makes what you make already, so it kind of doesn't matter, you know.
She kind of what?
But she kind of makes the bread already. I already had some of that, so I don't need.
Oh wow!
I don't need.
Dude,
Chucks.
did you really just go there?
I don't need Chuck's.
Did you just really go there?
I don't need Chuck's bread. I've got, I had some today, technically. And I didn't even need Chuck for that. Sorry, Chuck. I take it all back.
Chuck.
Chuck says the truth is the cookies will be addressed to Jason with a note that says none for Chris. I figured
I will open that and eat
fair.
those on stream after
That's
how
fair.
he just treated you, Chuck.
That's fair.
Chuck, I want you to know that one of us loves you and respects you and will always do so.
Chris,
and the other one is Chris.
Okay. To my defense, I'll come to my own defense here.
You're going to need to because I guarantee there's nobody else in chat that's doing it.
I am really good at doubling down. That's what I know about me.
I will die on this hill. You know what I know about myself? I will die on this hill.
Chris is banned and fired forever. Hey, Swifter Bear, that's me. I'm banned. I'm fired. Wad says, not since the Great Nova Orange. Oh, my. Wad, not since the Great Nova Orange betrayal. I don't take responsibility for that.
Why not?
Because somebody got in front of Chuck. That's how the rules work. And bought the last one. So, I don't know what to tell you, Chuck. There you go. What are you going to do with all that Chuck inside your trunk? Get it?
No.
Oh, man. I am 3 sheets to the wind and nothing to do.
Excuse you?
Welcome in, everybody.
I don't think you understand what that means.
What a monumental week of first, Jason. Are you just so happy to go and have a ham day? You're a ham guy.
Chat.
Here we go.
Can I get you to X up?
Don't you dare.
If you were a fan of how this miraculous human being named Christopher can change the subject when things are going south so fast.
Every person who puts an X will owe me $100 and will be banned.
You don't get to do that.
I can do it. I'll do it. Don't test me.
We're just going to gloss over that one.
Don't test me. Don't. Oh, of course, Lumberjack was first. Oh.
How does this even happen?
I don't even know, man. It's been a great day.
It has been a good day.
Yeah. Been great. Rucket. That's so many X's. You're banned.
I feel like Rucket's got it.
That's
M3
my little
Stout.
my band pea shooter.
Yeah, dyslexic mini painter.
Whoa, dyslexic. Oh.
He just held the X key down.
Painter mini dyslexic. I don't know what you're wanting from me there.
Honesty, truthfulness.
You want the truth?
Care.
I want the truth. I don't know why that keeps coming up in my mind. You can't handle the truth. Okay. Double T says, hot take. My sister runs a home bakery as a side gig. I can no longer eat cake without being... Okay. Naysayed. Now, Double T, I don't know what kind of hidden bakery ring. There's a lot of hidden bakery rings out there. One of my friends' wives does that now. What is going on with these hidden bakeries? Everybody's like, yeah, I can make bread. What do you want?
See something, say something, chat.
Yeah, seriously.
See something, say something. We have a neighbor that's doing an illegal food bank in our neighborhood.
What happened to the donate link? There used to be one. How can I send my $100? You don't need to do that, but what you can do
don't even.
is go like this. Oh, oops. Look at me, dummy.
There you go.
There it is. There we go.
All donations are taken in the form of paint purchases, to which you will receive bottles of illustrious chemical compounds.
I'm going to say this, $100.
Mixed with beautiful pigments.
Your $100 right now is going to go a long way.
Yeah, oh my God. It's going to go exactly $120 distance.
Here's what you do. If you don't have Pro Acryl right now, buy the intro set. Do that math with the brushes in it. It's the best way to get somebody into the hobby, hands down. That's my TED Talk. There's my sales pitch. Flapjack, I know you're out there. I know you're happy with me. But guess what? We sell paint. What can I tell you? Oh, he's not even in here.
We don't take donations. We only contract and send you paint.
That's right.
Beautiful, wonderful, luscious.
It's a mutual relationship.
Paint.
We do our part. You do your part. God bless America. Paint your models. There it is.
Big sigh, Chris.
Oh, I'm tired. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Damn, he got my ass, Chad. I said language things.
I said language things.
You bastard. Oh, no. Oh, God. Oh. I've been here the whole time.
Chris, did you just take the Lord's name in vain?
Oh, I did. I apologize to my Lord on high and to you, Flapjack, because apparently you've been here the whole time. So I knew you're there. I know, chat. I know when you're there. I have geolocators. Is that what they're called?
Chad, I'm very worried about Chris today.
You should be. I wouldn't be, though. You should be. I wouldn't be. Get it?
I'm very worried about Christopher. When I just got done saying we don't take donations, we might be opening up donations for the Christopher's Mental Health Fund here soon.
Can we do a Kickstarter
for you?
For that.
for your mental health?
Hi. I'm Jason. Hi, I'm Jason Craze.
Oh, just wait till you see the new commercial, chat.
Hi, I'm Jason Craze. Captain America is disappointed in you now.
You know, I didn't know on that new commercial if I was going to like it when it came out with me starting like, hi, I'm Jason Craze. Because I never talk about myself in terms of the company, right?
Right.
But we shot a commercial and it starts off with me saying, hi, I'm Jason Craze. And I got to tell you, when I saw it, I nearly spit my drink out. It just starts off tremendously funny.
It's so silly. That's coming out very soon.
Chris has outdone himself again on the commercial front.
Hi. I
think everybody's going to love it. It's a good one. It's just a good comedy brand commercial.
We have fun with things. That's all I'm going to say. Chuck, do Monument Hobby employees get to drink at work on the days before a holiday? No, this is a place of business, Chuck. They're not a bunch of rabble-rousing alcoholies here. We do work. Speaking of work, Mensa Nurse, 23 months.
Mensa?
The donate link is gone, so I can send money to Gen Stick. No, buy the paint. Don't donate to us. I will start making a link that you can
Mensa,
just...
how you been? Good to see you. How's the kiddo? I see you guys doing guitar posts every now and then will show up on my feed. You
Mensa.
guys still enjoying life? Things good? Mensa Nurse is an old hat.
Nice. Okay.
From back in the Duo Stream Next Level Painting days.
Oh, cool. That's
Been around for a
BC.
long time. Good to see people. We are painting up one of our... Can you zoom out a little bit?
Yeah, man.
Painting out one of our new Frameables, our Texture Trainer Frameables. This one is called Duchess Prime. We're
She's
doing her
very cool.
in some neat bronze and tone-on-tone Victorian-style coloring.
And
We just released these along with the week of first sale. We also have Surviathan, the fish knife. I'll get the ones that are painted because they are easier to tell what's going on. Surviathan, the Lord of Hooks.
Yep.
So all of the Frameables come in a 4x6 format that can, amazingly enough, be placed in... What can they be placed in, Chris?
A 4x6 frame.
A 4x6 picture frame. What? Wait, Chris, are you telling me that I can get this amazing sculpt in hand-poured resin that
Yes.
just fits inside of almost any frame I can go buy?
And
or that I might have?
yes. Yes,
What?
you can. It is that easy, folks.
What?
And
Are you telling me that if I were to look here, that this thing just... What?
whips right out?
What?
Oh, that looks great. Look at that painted one in there. Woo! And you can find 4x6 frames literally anywhere. If you go to a thrift store and you go to their frame section, you
know
can
what's
buy
a good
so
spot?
many.
Goodwill.
Oh my gosh, that's where I saw them all.
Yep.
I'm like, oh. Then you could also just buy some spray primer and paint over the frame. Come on now.
Look at that.
Get behind me now. Look at that. Yeah. Wow, Jason, great job. Look at that.
It allows the hard work you put into your miniature art to be something you get to live with in a very special way
That's right.
in your lifestyle. You can just hang it on the wall, put it on a desk. Now all of a sudden your art doesn't have to just be confined to some display case where you can't see your best painted minis.
You can't confine me.
Yeah, we can. We do it every day. You know that room we put you in and we close the door and turn the light off? That's technically what that is, Chris.
That is. Hey, see, while Jason was over there talking, I've got I've got a link for you to.
Well,
our
he's over there
Frameables.
yip yapping.
There is a link to our new Frameable. Yes, Wired, $1 frame at the local thrift store last week. That's what I'm saying. It's so cool. It really did start getting me into looking at frames like, oh, I can now use that frame. That's
especially
$1.
especially when you're able to choose the entire color for the artwork as you go.
Yeah.
So now you can kind of pick a frame, paint the frame too if you wanted. If
Yeah.
you wanted to do it that way to make the whole composition work better together, or let the frame that you buy pick how you paint the model.
Well, and also, not a lot of people print out pictures anymore, so they're probably getting rid of their frames. That's why you see them a lot at thrift stores, but now you can use them. See what we do for you, chat? Papa Chicken says, I was watching the Great Australian Cook-Off last night, and every cheer when somebody made margarine. Well, how do you pronounce this word, Jason?
Which one?
This one?
Meringue.
A meringue. I'm drawing a brain fart. What's a meringue?
Like a lemon meringue pie?
Oh, yes. That was really confusing for me. See, I thought Australians would boomerang. Oh. Shows how much I know.
He got you, by the way. That's a dad joke.
Yeah. Why'd I read that?
So
Hey,
good question.
you know what? Great.
Great question. You got.
Thank you, Papa Chicken. Thank you. Thank
Chris.
you. Yeah.
For those of you that don't know, this is what it sounds like when you pop a chicken. Oh God, that's loud.
It is aggressive.
It's very aggressive. It's very aggressive. It's a very aggressive chicken.
Mensa says, I need to move through this backlog so I can have space to convert his art studio into a music one. Oh, his backlog, since he doesn't want me to get rid of anything. Hey. Chick is complete out of Warhammer. His last Warhammer thing he did was I teach Herman Lee of Dragon Force how to play Kill Team.
Nice.
Nice. That's cool.
Buying paint to replace his paint that's dried out when I get home. And what's that stuff Kenny calls noosh? Yep, noosh.
Noosh, yeah. Noosh is great. Noosh is one of my favorite things. Yeah, I would agree, Rogue. I would agree. Thank you, Chuck.
Chris has had a good run.
I have, yeah. If you want to call it a good run. It was more like
Chris, we've had a good
stumble. A good stumble.
We've had a good run, Chris.
Chuck's like, meringue is a whipped combination of sugars and egg whites and...
Wait a minute, is this the same Chuck that's buying desserts from the bakery?
Yeah.
Okay, just
thanks,
wanted to
Chuck.
know if I should listen to him or if I should laugh at him.
Whoa! Got him, Chuck. See? Frigid Phoenix says, Happy Thanksgiving to Jason, Chris, Jen, and the entire Monument crew. Love you all. I'm very thankful I found you all and began to switch to Pro Acryl. It has been life-altering in the best way ever. Hey!
You know what? Thank you. Thanks to everybody out there who has taken a chance on our little crazy paint brand over the years.
Take a chance. Take a chance.
Exactly. And decided that it was worth sticking with, that it made your models better, made your experience better. You joined our community. You hung out with us.
Boing, boing, boing.
Huge thanks to everybody that goes out. We do this annually, right, where we sit down and we reflect as a company, you know, what got us here, what are the good things we're doing, what are the good things that people are doing to show us better ways we can be taking care of our business. And it always comes back to our community. So thank you so much.
Yeah, Papa Chicken, you're going to have to send us some meringue.
A meringue?
Yeah, why don't you get on that, Papa Chicken? Because I've had to deal with all of your debauchery and your dad jokes. I would like some meringue, please. I'm just going to start doing that. People are like, do you need me to send you something, Chris? I'm like, yes, immediately. Yesterday. Send it yesterday.
And you're going to ask for a meringue every time?
Yes.
Yes, I need a meringue.
If I don't get a meringue within a day, Papa Chicken, I will hunt you down and
day?
ban you. You heard me. I want it overnighted.
Wow.
Righteous Coder says, I have a question about how to thin your paints when applying first base coat. I'm having beading and not laying flat when doing a first coat, even slightly thinned with water, even on your spray primer. Righteous Coder, how do you thin our paints, Jason?
I just use water, and for base coats, it's just the water on my brush. I always teach not to thin the paint, put more water on the brush.
Yeah.
That is the same thing, right? Water on the brush will thin the paint. But I teach it as that. Don't add water to the paint. Add more water to your brush. And so it sounds like you're probably still over-wetting too much material. You may need to try to put less paint on the model. Sometimes on rattle can primers, especially lighter colored rattle can primers, even our white and grays and stuff, the black won't cause the problem. But they will have kind of a satiny, waxy finish if not applied correctly. You build up too much paint too quickly, as opposed to in even thin layers, then it can get a little bit waxy, and you might have to fight that first base layer with paint so that you get good adhesion and coverage. It's not hard, but it just is. It takes like an extra coat.
Oh, look at that. So what color are you using right now? For
this is just green brown.
That's just green brown.
I did dark green brown, and then I mixed green brown and dark green brown, and then this now green brown.
Are you gonna do? Is this gonna be eventually cream?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Setting up the background for a more kind of a cream cloth.
Frigid Phoenix, yes, we do have. You can come to the shop if you Google us. That's the new address. You can come and pick it up. The Wizard's Butt set, as long as
2901 West Clarendon.
Yeah, as long as it's still in stock. But yeah, you could totally come, Frigid.
We're no longer. I mean, right now we're at the 3rd Street building, but we don't service customers here anymore. Got to go to Clarendon. That's where all of our fulfillment and production are. It's a cooler place to tour when you go there too. They can walk you around, show you all the stuff.
Minta said James still has the autographed paint case you and Jen signed for him.
Nice.
It's one of his prized possessions still. That's cool. And the model you gave him in the display
That's the
case.
old go bag, right?
Yeah. He shows it off. Nice.
Nice. When rock stars come by the house, I think that's so great.
That's super cool.
What is the rock stars coming by the house thing? How did that evolve? That's the part of your story I don't know.
Were you like a producer or? Wired says kind of psyched about trying out that terracotta butt. Nice. Oh, it's great, Wired. Unfortunately, but fortunately, it's only in that set. It's exclusive. Limited exclusive? Question mark? Limited fun, limited edition.
Limited edition.
I would just grab it if I were you. And by that, I mean the butt sets.
Just
grab that butt.
Oh, boy.
You know what I mean. Grab your butt. Grab that butt. It's technically your...
Grab yourself some of that butt.
It's not your butt until you grab it yourself.
Wait. Whoa.
Wait.
Whoa.
I don't know what I'm saying,
Whoa.
man. I've expired.
It's a gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah.
This whole thing is just a gift that keeps on giving.
That's one way to put it. Call me Moldson. It might be a silly question, but I found a lot of the inconsistency information on that. For dry brushing, should the brush be absolutely dry, or should I dump it in water a bit and dry it on a paper towel? Also, should I clean it between using different colors, or does it even matter? Great question, by the way.
Okay, so dry brushing is an interesting talking point because there's a problem in the way I believe our industry looks at the technique versus the tool. There are brushes you use for the dry brushing technique. We tend to call those dry brushes. Okay.
Yeah.
That's not a good way to do it. You know, like ours are angled flat shaders, domed round shaders. This is the type of brush that we use to do the technique called dry brushing.
Yep.
The technique called dry brushing needs to follow its name and be a dry brush. So yes, you might want to get the brush damp at first and then dry it off, but you need it to be dry because the effect is created by the paint not flowing off the bristles like a normal viscous wet paint would. It needs to just be that kind of catch the edge, dusty coating. A lot of people gripe about, oh, when I dry brush, it makes my bottles dusty. That's typically because they're doing it too heavy and it's not giving them it's giving them too much texture. So that's a learn the technique thing. So some people will use a damp brush because it keeps that from happening, but what it causes instead is streaking of the paint. If you're not careful, because now the paint will be slightly wet when you hit the model with it, it will run on the model with the brush stroke, and so you can streak and not just get the edge. So now there is a reason to take the same brush you would use for dry brushing, like one of our DD series domed dry brushes, right? You could take one of these and you could get it damp, and then you could use it instead of, let me see what I've got around here. Dry brushing. I didn't say that.
Jason, I have a beautiful plan going forward for us.
What's that?
I'm gonna get you a bunch of different primed texture trainers up there that are all different colors.
I don't just want texture trainers.
I know, but sometimes it would be great to see it on the model.
Well, I'm putting stuff on a model here. I'm getting one. Ta-da!
Oh, there it is. Never mind. I take it all back.
See? God, this guy. For crying out loud, man. All right, I'm just going to grab some khaki so we get some high contrast going.
Khaki.
Right, khaki. We'll do some dry brushing. I'll show you, chat. We'll show you live. We'll do it in... Oh, no, we'll do it live, not in post. Hey, Chris.
I won't do it.
I need you to fix this in pre.
Fix it in pre! My favorite saying of all time. Yes, sir.
All right, here is the quintessential old school dry brush technique. Take a paper towel. The cheaper the paper towel, the harder this becomes because cheap paper towels will have a lot of the thread material come off and be on the brush stuck to the paint. And then when you go to dry brush it, you get little bitty threads. So the better paper towels are the best way to do this. I would stress to try to go get shop towels from like Home Depot, the blue ones that are meant for using in grease situations in your automotive shop. Those work the best because they don't get threadbare as quick as opposed to the standard paper towels. Now, this one, let's just show you. I haven't dipped it in any water. It's completely dry out of the cup, right? And then I'm going to, where did I put the khaki? Over here. I'm going to dip it in some khaki. It's going to take you longer to get this seasoned because a dry brush doesn't give the paint the ability to flow. Yeah. So the paint is not going to work great until you dip it in the paint a few times and do a couple of strokes with it. So I've dunked it in quite a bit of paint. Then I'm going to wipe off most of the paint on the paper towel until it gets to where my brush strokes don't get any dark amounts of paint like that, right? All the dark amount of paint comes off. I still have some here. Now when I go in, zoom in close.
Yeah.
Now when we go in and we start dry brushing this, I want to use a very light brush stroke so that I don't do much other than get paint on the very high spots. I don't want it to streak. So just a very light touch, always going in the same direction. When dry brushing, don't ever change direction unless you're doing like an initial value sketch or just wanting to get sloppy color on the model for whatever reason. Notice how you want to think of your brush as the ray of light, whether it's sunlight or lamplight, doesn't matter. But imagine if you had the sun overhead, this brush is the ray of sunshine coming down on her. So I will take the brush and move, our top to bottom on the screen.
Yeah.
And just every time lift the brush, go back up to the top and pull down again, right? So don't hit it on the upstroke, only hit it on the downstroke. I go over this in one of the videos we did recently where I think we did this model with leather.
Yeah, I actually just posted that link. So that link that I posted a little bit ago in here. Again, this is a full fundamentals on dry brushing. Very similar to what he's talking about now.
Right. So, and then you can just continue to go over areas to brighten them up if you want the tops to be brighter. Obviously, it's harder to get into some areas, so you might do a little bit of a stab and pull because I can't do a downward stroke. I'll hit the back here, so I might want to push the brush in there lightly and then pull it out very quick. So a lot of times I'll use that kind of a technique where I'm just kind of flicking the brush into a spot and then pulling down.
Makes me want to get some olive flesh out, chat. Just get all...
Again, you're just only hitting the model on the downstroke, and that's where the dry brush really gives you the powerful nature of highlighting and weathering, is that now it sets up for success. You can imagine this being the edge of a tank or whatever. It just catches those upper edges. When you turn it like this, you can't tell you did anything. You don't want to be able to see your dry brush color when you look from the bottom up, assuming you're doing a light from the top down. And then when you look from the top down, it looks a lot brighter, right? So that directionality of your brush is what's going to do that. This is with the brush completely dry, and I'm still getting good color. It's not being very powdery. Zoom in real close.
Yeah.
Right? So it's not being very powdery. It gets me just a really good edge on things, right?
Yeah.
That looks pretty good, okay? Now, if you were going to do it with more of a wet brush, let's get a little bit of moisture on the brush. I'll clean that off real quick. But if my brush is going to be more damp, like I said, I'm going to probably over dampen it here so you can kind of see, but I want you to tell that when I am doing it on my wrist that there's a little bit of shine from the water, right? So it's more damp than before. And then when I go over into the paint, I won't wipe it off as much, but now, and this is not going to be for making the model look good. This is just going to show you what the brush stroke does. But the same amount of pressure now when I go over these areas, see, look at that. See how now I'm getting almost like base coating type color?
Yeah.
Because of how wet it is. Now, like I said, I'm overly damp. You would never really, I don't think, paint this way. But you can see how now I'm able to do something more like an actual base coat. When we do the rust underneath metal, I would do this. And I can use it in a smudge way so that I can come in and get more paint on a surface.
This is kind of how I did.
So that when we're undercoating the rust colors underneath metal and things like that, we tend to do this more. So a wetter brush will allow you to do smudging. This is the way we do this side of the tank. This is all painted with dry brush, and it was done with a smudge brushing. Right. I went back with some noosh and did some streaking on it for something else later on. But the blue portion of it was all done just with dry brushing, and it was taking the dry brush and smudging the colors so that you get them to blend. You can do the dark blue and then the medium blue and then the sky blue over the top, and you can get kind of a blend if you don't have an airbrush to get the tank looking right. Then that's all done with the damp brush. Then if you dry it off, then you come back and you do all of the edge like we did before with a dry brush, and it highlights just the top edges without the streaking. So there's two different things at play. One of them, you'll hear me say smudge brush all the time because that's just the term I've used over the years. When you use a damp brush, it's more of a smudge. Trying to use the brush that you would use to dry brush as a more regular paint brush in that sense. It's not dry brushing. And that's been I consider it a problem because dry brushing is a technique that is used to catch the highlights on rivets and edges and things like that. We have brushes that are associated with dry brushing.
Yeah.
That you want to use for other things, and unfortunately then they call that dry brushing too, and that's incorrect. This is a domed round brush. Right. And a domed round brush can be used for dry brushing, which I showed you first.
Yeah.
And for smudge brushing and painting more with a normal paint, right? Because it just covers a lot of area too. It's just a big, makeup brush almost.
Yeah.
And so you can cover a lot more area. So don't get those different. But so, you can do however you like, really. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, that messy top coat wasn't for anything other than to show you the difference in a damp brush.
Yeah.
But that first one is dry brushing. And the brush needs to be dry to only allow paint to hit the edges that you're trying to pick out. That's what it's for.
The mo you know. I said the mo you know.
Chris.
Yes, sir.
We know a Mo.
The mo you know. Mo, I haven't seen Mo. Mo, you in here? You're lurking, I bet. Duncan says, howdy, Sensei Jason.
Hello.
What is your take on Pro-Acryl paints and wet palettes? Is it required, or was Pro-Acryl made to be used without it?
It's a great question. I'm very outspoken, I guess, on this because I'm not a fan of wet palettes.
Yeah.
For liquid acrylics, except when you are doing extensive mixing. If you're mixing colors, like if you were painting CMYK just with cyan, magenta, yellow, and black and white, right? And doing an entire model painted that way, then you might find a lot of value in a wet palette because it will keep those mixed colors workable longer.
Yeah.
The problem is that with a liquid paint, it already has the water as part of it, right?
Yeah.
A paste acrylic or a watercolor, which is what those wet palettes are meant for, is to be able to use thicker, heavy, and soft body acrylics. And believe it or not, watercolor is why like Masterson's made their palette.
Yeah.
And the thing there is that when you put a paint on a wet palette, it instantly starts to dilute your paint. Now, Pro-Acryl is made to use right out of the bottle, not needing any dilution to be usable, but allowing you the ability to dilute it as necessary to do specific techniques. So when people say, hey, can you use a wet palette? The idea is yes, you can definitely. A lot of the best painters in the world use wet palettes with our paints. Nothing keeps you from doing so. Do not over wet your wet palette if you still want to have your paints remain opaque, because our paints, come out of the bottle ready to use without needing to be diluted. A lot of hobby paints come out of the bottle fairly thick and don't need to be diluted, but benefit from a little bit of dilution to make them flow better as you paint with them on the model and not get texture, right? Our paints, the magic of Pro-Acryl is that it doesn't need that. It comes with very high pigmentation, very high opacity, and a very lightweight feeling paint that's already feels diluted, but it isn't. Okay? That's really the magic of our paint. That's what sets us apart. So when people say, do you need one? No. And they also say, well, did you make it to not have to use one? No. I didn't think about wet palettes when making Pro-Acryl because I don't think wet palettes are necessary. You can use them, though. I don't use one. I use a piece of glass. But a lot of people like their wet palettes and have it built into their style of painting, and our paints work great with them. Just don't put as much water on your wet palette as you would with other paints, is the easiest way to say it. Anytime you go to thin a paint other than Pro-Acryl, when you switch over to Pro-Acryl, thin it less. If you treat it the same, you'll find that Pro-Acryl probably is, you're going to lower the opacity quicker. It's going to flow differently. Just try Pro-Acryl with a little bit of dampness on the brush and go from there.
Swifter Bear says, I'm going to be tackling Metal Minis War Machine. Is there any major changes I need to make to my approach? Super glue instead of plastic glue? ?
I only use super glue for everything, including plastics.
Yeah.
So I'm a huge fan. Our Monument glue is super glue.
Profix. You can grab that right now.
It's super glue. It's the best thing for all substrates, in my opinion. I don't like plastic glue because it melts plastic together.
Plus, you can instant cure it too. It's just so much nicer.
Yeah. So I use it for everything, plastics and everything included. It's just easier. It can gap fill. It can do all sorts of cool stuff. So I just over the years have moved away from toxic smelling plastic glues and things like that.
The roadside says one of the best perks about Pro Acryls, in my opinion, in addition to it being great paint, we come in here and can ask questions about not only the paint itself, but ways to use it.
100%.
That's the point.
100%.
And now that Mo and Lumberjack are both here, they'll keep me accountable if I miss a question. So we do answer questions. No question is silly. No silly questions.
There really isn't. We're here to help your painting journey,
right.
whether you use our paints or not, and that's not dribble. I mean, we if you paint with the competitor's paint, we'll still help you, because I'm more concerned with you having confidence in how to apply paint than what paint you're applying, if that makes sense.
Yes.
I want everybody getting excited to paint models. It has been in my life painting over 45 years. It is one of those things that I wouldn't trade for anything. It has given me comfort in the bad times. It's made the good times better. It's just something that I think a lot of people overlook, is the ability to create, especially for people who don't consider themselves to be creative. I meet people all the time that are like, wow, before miniature painting, I had never done anything like this.
Yeah.
And they paint fantastic. And so to take that and say, because there is a part of the human brain that really just lights up when you make something. And miniature painting is a way to do that, where, you know, it's very collaborative, because you have a sculptor that did the bulk of the work of the figure for you, and then you get to tell your story with that work. But it's still creative. It's still turning nothing into something. And so I'm a big fan of it. I think it has a lot of good mental health ability to help you out in down times. So yeah, keep asking the questions.
They're great.
I love answering them. It doesn't matter if you're like, hey, I came in here last week and I know you talked about this. I hate to ask again. No, we like to say, I mean, honestly, saying the same thing over and over for the last nearly 10 years on this channel has helped so many people find the way that really sets the light. We call it the light bulb going off, right?
Yeah.
Getting your light bulb moment. You may have heard me talk about non-metallic metal for, 7 years straight.
Yeah.
And it may take you year 7 before you're like, wow, it finally clicked for me. I went and painted a model and it was great.
Yep.
And that's king. I love it.
Lap says, how long would the paint stay usable on a glass palette usually?
I mean, I get here. I don't know. People ask me that, and I'm like, I don't know. I would say I probably get 30 to 45 minutes of use out of a drop of paint, but sometimes it's way longer. And we're in Arizona where it's ultra dry. No humidifiers, no alteration to the environment in here at all. As a matter of fact, in the summer we run air conditioners, which makes it even more dry.
Yeah, that's true.
So we don't have anything special going on. Our average humidity is like 7%, so we have no water in the air. And yeah, it lasts a long time. What I tell people on dry palette is put out less paint more often. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Do smaller drops of paint, work out that paint until it's gone, and then put more paint out. Don't be lazy and just squirt a bunch of paint out on your palette ever, even on a wet palette. Don't think that I'm going to put out all the paint I need for the project. No, put out a small amount. Then when it's used up, put out more. That makes sure you're not wasting paint. Otherwise, you're wasting it whether it's on a wet palette or not. People act like a wet palette is some savior for paint waste, and I see them waste more paint on a wet palette than I ever do, because they just put out too much. And you're not going to use it all, and it's not going to save it till tomorrow in many cases.
Right.
Some people are like, I put it in the refrigerator, I can use it tomorrow. You might be able to if you live in a humid climate, but a lot of times that's just not the case. So
Mensa says, I'm behind on the tech. What's the difference with Gentastics 2.0 and the old Gentastics?
No animal products in 2.0. We moved away from the animal byproducts in it. Same exact cleaning, conditioning, reshaping. It does everything exactly the same, but we removed the animal products and we made it to where it isn't quite as hard. And it has a much higher melt temperature now, right? So we were able to reformulate the chemical nature of it so that it doesn't, because we're in Arizona, it's like 115 degrees for 80 days straight in the summer here. And when the post office would pick it up and put it in their truck, and it sits in their truck for a day, and what inside the truck is probably 140 degrees.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
It would it would get liquid on its journey, and when people would get it, they'd have to heat it and stir it up, like put out in the sun and stir it up. So the new one has a much higher melt temperature, so it survives that a lot better, which is something we've been working on for years.
Yep.
And in that process, we were able to remove the animal products for people that care, but it still does the exact same thing. Works the exact same way. Don't have to change nothing.
Duncan says, honest opinion with a newbie painter on brushes. Is there a learning curve on sables versus synthetics? As a new painter, should we be feeling our true north with more inexpensive brushes? I didn't say cheap. Or should get a higher quality brush from the get-go? Oh, sort of earning your stripes. That's a great question. Yeah, I mean, what's the difference between sables and
here's the
synthetics?
50,000-foot view of brushes. Synthetic brushes are stiffer, so they have more snap, right? Because they're plastic. Now there's nowadays there's a bajillion different types of synthetic. It's not like in the 30 years ago where everything was just nylon. Now there's polyesters and various other plastics that are used, so you can get away from nylon, which is typically not good. The white GW brushes are pure nylon. There's other brushes that you'll find that have pure white bristles that are nylon. I would stay away from anything like that, not to bash competitors, but nylon is not a good filament for painting with. But anything that has the coloring that's a blended synthetic, like all of ours, which look more like natural hair when you get them, those are great. They're not just dyed nylon; they're actual different polyesters and plastics, so they are softer, but they're still stiffer than a sable will be. I can't say they're stiffer than all natural brushes, because if you get into horse and ox hair and things like that, you can get stiff natural hair brushes as well, like oil painting and things. But when you're dealing with brushes that are meant for technically watercolor and acrylics, but like sables are meant for watercolor. They're meant to be able to draw and release a very low viscosity paint like watercolor, something that's very close to water in its fluidity. So they hold a thinner paint better in their bristles. Whereas you go, the stiffer you get, horsehair and things like that, the lower viscosity the paint is, the more it will drip out of the brush, because the bristles are too hard to act in the correct manner. So it expects thicker paint. That's really where the science of brushes goes. Like I said, in 50,000 foot level. So when you've picked, like if you were to pick between our Pro Synthetics or our Pro Sables or our Dauntless brushes, the synthetics are typically just going to be stiffer, have more snap to them, and are really built for people that paint with a little bit of a lighter touch for the long term. They're also just very good for beat up brushes, right? So the Dauntless brushes you could just use for whatever you want. Yeah. But, whenever you are painting, one of the things that we talk about with a brush is that as you paint your stroke, you will either have a very light touch like this, where my brush doesn't hardly bend at all. Let me put some paint on here so you can actually see what I'm doing, right? But if we put paint on, you can either have a very light touch where as I draw that line, the bristles don't hardly bend at all, just at the very tip, but I still get paint out. Or you can have a very heavy touch where you want a thicker line and are piling paint on, and you can bend the brush 90 degrees, right? If you find yourself painting where most of your brush strokes are heavy like this, sables might work better for you, because when you apply pressure to the brush, it tends to split the point more. It flattens it out. So if I'm very light, I can keep that delicate point like a needle and pull a line of paint. As I press harder, notice how the bristles spread and square off. So if you find yourself doing that, sables will hold their point better under pressure because they're more flexible. So it will take me really bending the brush 90 degrees to get it to flatten out. As I go to lighter pressure, even where it's nearly, that's bending it quite a bit. And you can see it still keeps the point pretty well. A synthetic at that bend will start to flatten out more like that. That's really the only difference. Nowadays with modern synthetics, our synthetic filaments will draw, hold, and release paint in a very controlled manner that works just like sable. So our Pro Synthetics act just like sable as far as how you can control the paint flow on the brush. They're just stiffer. So a synthetic, when I use the same size synthetic, the synthetic, when I bend it over, will snap back to a point a lot quicker, right? It'll go from the bend of the brush to the straight quicker than a sable, which you might notice sometimes on your sables when you go to a bend and you lift it up, you see it's still kind of goes off at an angle, and the more it has paint loaded on it, see how it's not straight?
Yeah.
It's at a little bit of, the bristles look straight, but they're going off from look at the ferrule, the line of the ferrule, and then the bristles of the brush go out. That's what sables will do. They don't snap back to straight. They'll still go to a point, but they won't go back to straight. Whereas the synthetic, when you use it, right, the synthetic is straight in line with the ferrule, and when I bend it, it pops right back in line with the ferrule again. So they're just a little bit stiffer. And I like this because for texturing and stuff, it allows me to work very, very fast brush strokes and not have to worry about, as I'm doing the brush strokes, the bristles kind of hooking and making each subsequent brush stroke different. They'll become shorter or move or fatter if I have to press harder. So synthetics can be really great for texturing, sables for control. So you'll find that I because we're starting to make our own sables in our U.S. headquarters here in Phoenix, that's what one of this is some of our first U.S. brushes. And so I've been testing these since Nova opened, and they work great. And so you've seen me switch back and forth between them. I have a very light touch and can paint both very, very delicately for details and also really heavy-handed for base coats and big, heavy textures. So I have a confidence level in being able to control the brush the way I need to. So I don't know that helps you a ton, but that's where you go when you're starting out. So if you don't know, I typically say buy synthetics first and see how they work for you. And if you find that you're a heavy-handed painter, then invest in a sable or two, usually like a number 1 and a number 2 or a number 1 and a number 3 sable that you can use your synthetics for base coating and textures, and then your sables for your detail work. So you'll find that you probably use your synthetics more and your sables at the end of the model when you're doing the finish work. That's a great way to think about it. But then there's like Baby J uses his Sable 3 for the whole model. You know, he just paints a whole model, base coats and everything, all the way through to dotting the eyes with the same Sable 3. So it's just really the tool that feels the most comfortable for you and that builds your confidence so that you can get from the start to finish of a model the way you want to.
Nice.
But it takes some action, and I don't think you have to invest a ton to get to the point where you feel like, oh yeah, this would be great for me. I think I'd use dark ivory mixed with the green brown.
Nutra, thank you so much. 7 months. Howdy Nerds finally able to catch a stream. It looks so different. Yes, there's a lot that has changed.
What's that?
Nutri just said, "Howdy nerds! I finally caught a stream. Looks so different." Yes, it's definitely been updated. Now, Jason, here's a question. Going off of the brushes, right? Last week or the other day, you talked about trimming a long hair brush and being careful not to trim particular to the brush perpendicular.
Yep.
It'll stub.
Yep.
I did this even though that I thought I knew the result. Is there a way to go about sharpening the tip back?
Nope.
Oh, okay, so yeah, you can't go backwards a little bit.
You cannot go
there.
Backwards, unfortunately.
I see what you're saying.
Unfortunately, you can't go backwards because you'd never be able to bring that. It's not a shape that the brush is cut to. It's a varying length of bristles.
Yeah.
And if you blunt them, you can't change the length of all of that in a reasonable manner. So no, unfortunately, you got a blunt brush. You can use it for things still.
Well, that was a really great example for synthetic and sables. So, Mens is saying, if I get the 69 Pro set, are there any other sets I need to get that isn't in that set? And
yes.
What the heck is Wizard's Butt set?
The mega set has the base set, expansion 1, 3, 4, the metallics, and 3 of our washes.
Yeah.
You would still need expansion set 2, which is the transparent paints, and then all of the signature sets.
Yep.
We have 7 signature sets plus the fluorescents. Those are the 6 paint sets. So if you wanted like the full in everything we make, you'd buy the mega set, expansion set 2, the fluorescents, and then all 7 of the signature sets. And the Adepticon set I'm including as a signature set. Even though it doesn't say signature on it, it's the
Adepticon.
It's included
signature.
in the same vein.
And what is Wizard's Butt, Jason?
Wizard's Butt is us poking fun at the traditional naming conventions for hobby paints, which are like Dragon Tooth.
Dragon Poop.
And Fairy Wing. and those names don't mean anything in the world of color. And so we had a commercial that we shot years ago. It was the first time we worked with Chris, actually.
That's right.
Years and years ago, one of our favorite and most loved commercials, where I'm walking through the office and doing kind of like the Dollar Shave Club thing.
Well, yeah, it was, and now it's when you dunked them.
Yeah, my nephew was in a dunk tank, And we said, hey, you know, we like to keep things simple around here, quality products, blah, 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 just like the way we name our paints, you know, meaning that we name our paints very simply. Green is called green, dark green is called dark green, blah, blah, blah. And my nephew in the dunk tank says, yeah, what the heck kind of color is Wizard's butt anyway? And then I dunked him in the dunk tank.
Exactly, kid.
And yeah, I said, exactly, kid. And then I dunk him in the dunk tank. And it just stuck. Wizard's butt stuck. And so we made labels. And we came out with a paint color called Wizard's Butt that was this banana yellow. And then we came out with Wizard's Butt when we released it the second time, and I think it was green, and then red, and then a purple. And none of these colors are colors in our main line. These are mixtures of remnant pigment runs. And so we just come up with crazy colors. Production comes up with the colors. But they're all exactly the same SKU. They're all MPA butt with the same exact barcode. So if you were to scan these at a store, you can see from the numerics that these would always scan as being the same product, even though the colors are different. Because it's the joke is that what color is a Wizard's butt?
Yeah.
It's whatever color it wants to be. So right now, we've done for the first time is to sell Wizard's butt. It's usually used as giveaways and prizes and things like that. But we decided we wanted to do something special for Black Friday, and we thought it'd be fun to do a 6-color limited edition set of Wizard's Butt. You'll never get these colors again, chances are. I always reserve the right to put them as part of the main line.
And that's just because you like them so
Yeah,
much.
but that's never a guarantee, so... If, like right now, I'm really having fun with some of these colors, so there might be some of these that go into expansion set 5 or 6 in the main line. But I wouldn't bet the farm on that.
Wouldn't bet the farm. Here is that link, by the way. That is to the OG commercial.
So yeah, that's Wizard's Butt in a nutshell.
This is said, man, Wizard's Butt work, but no hobo white? Question mark.
That is not a name we recognize. That is Kenny trying to take over the titanium white. Hobo white. That was the original paint that started the whole line. He called it Hobo white. It was called Special White. It was what started Procurl. Jen and I used to make Special White in our kitchen. It was the only paint color we made back in 2016.
Yep.
And then it launched a revolution. People were like, holy hell, we love the way you guys think about your paint. Can you make more colors? And we were like, we don't want to make paint. Think about that, chat. Jen and I were like, nah, there's no need for us to make paint. There's already a bunch of good paint lines out there. We just make white because it is, we can make a white that works better than everybody else. You're like, yeah, but what if you made all the other colors that work better than everybody else? And then we were like, oh, dang.
Wad said, Monument Gentastic, for the record, I'd buy a Guess What Wizard's Butt t-shirt.
Guess what?
Guess what? Wizard's Butt.
Wizard's Butt.
Hey, if you haven't gotten your Wizard's Butt set yet, I would. I'm not just saying that, but I can't wait for the replies of the like, oh man, I didn't get my butt. And also, here's our EU link. And no, that's not me shutting down the stream. There it is. Question here. Thanks for the technical information. Jen's goop, can or should you leave it on after going through the process of cleaning after painting?
Show them link them the video, because yes, you can leave it on after painting to repoint your brushes. I say repoint to hold shape, right? It's not going to take a curved brush and make it straight again, but it will repoint. Like your sables, when you get done using them, tend to want to frizz out.
Yeah.
And so it'll help when you come back to them, it'll act like the gum arabic or starch that you see in the brushes when they're new, right? So we use a gum arabic to basically, quote unquote, starch the brush into shape when you buy it. And when you get them out of the package, they actually have been then, by the time you receive our brushes, they have been repointed with Gentastic's Drunken Brush Goo. And so when you buy a set from us, it'll have Jen's brush soap in it, which causes it to be stiff and hold a point. So if you know that you only paint once a month, take the brush when you're done and pull it to a point straight. She shows in the video, Jen does the video, and she shows pulling your brush to a point. You don't want to twist it to a point ever, because if you twist it to a point and leave the soap or any other hardener in, then the point is nice because it's twisted, but when you clean the soap out, it wants to unravel. And so it'll go to frizz. So just pull it straight with your fingers, rotate it around, pull it to a point, leave the soap in it, and then when you come back a month later, rinse the brush out, and it'll be nice and pointed for you. because it's been conditioned that whole time and held into a point. Really easy. Great stuff. If you use the brushes all the time, I don't leave any soap in it. I just, clean them and then move along.
I'm sorry, you said you what?
Huh?
I'm sorry, you said you what to your brushes? I'm sorry. Can you
I won't.
I'm sorry. What did you say?
You
said you clean your brushes?
I did say that.
I don't think so, mister. And
well,
I'll die on that hill.
The only thing that I know that is true.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold drum roll,
You've
please.
never cleaned my brushes. I have cleaned my brushes. You know how I know it? Because there's video proof of it.
I'll delete that video.
Yeah, see?
I don't think so.
Yeah, see, checks out.
Nutra says Jason doesn't clean his brushes or his palette. I clean the palette now.
He cleans the palette.
I won't clean the brushes.
I give him all the credit in the world for cleaning the palette, but he will not touch my brushes.
Clean those brushes.
He shan't.
I shouldn't, and I shan't. Yeah, I ain't doing it. I can't. I offered, but like, no, don't do it. He's like, Chris, it's not part of what I want you to do.
When did I ever say that?
Just now. Say it for me real quick. And a 1, and a 2, and a nothing. Almost got him there.
You didn't almost get me. I love how you're like, I almost had him, chat.
Got him.
No, you didn't.
Almost.
No, you didn't.
We're so close.
You weren't even close.
Same question for the signature. Prisoner says, are the 6 missing numbers in the amp colors for future paints, or are the colors that they did not work out? Same question for the signature series paints.
We had more paints than we planned to release, and they were numbered originally in the colors that they were.
Oh.
And some of those colors were too close to colors that were already in the Procryl lineup. So we didn't produce them. So we just never went back and renumbered them, because through production, as we went and did what we do, they just became, hey, here's color 1 and 7 and 18 and all that. And we just picked from there rather than renumbering. So they still exist. We could use them at some point. It's just, it doesn't make sense, right? There was a time where we had thought that AMG might want to have their own paint in stores, in a way that made them not have to go just where Procryl was. And what wound up happening is that it's sold alongside all the other Procryl colors. So we didn't want to have any colors that were the same.
And this Nutrimenta is asking what kind of material is on this arm here, and it's cloth. I said like a royal. What's the specific name for this style of cloth?
Jade would have to tell us.
Jade, I know you're out there, even though I lambasted Chuck. Chuck, I know you're out there lurking.
But yeah, it's an old way that they did like heavy fabric sleeves. I love that it has so much weight to it.
Mo said, man, Jason, you could have told a great story about those, in quotes, magic numbers, but you blew it, bud.
Magic numbers?
What are you talking about, Mo? Are you talking about the magic numbers?
What are you talking about?
About the amp, whatever the labeling that somebody was just asking about.
What about it?
The magic numbers. What are you
magic
talking?
Numbers?
Mo, they're all magical. Oh, the missing numbers, says Mo. We never miss, Mo. Thank you. Righteous Coder says, if Chris ever has to be punished, he has to clean Jay's clean water cup. Ooh. Ooh.
He does clean my water cup.
I do clean the water cup. And sometimes that's a part of the process. Even though the messy palette's not a part of the process, the gross water cup sometimes is part of the process.
Correct.
But I've done that mid-process for you, so I've ruined your projects.
You have. And I've
don't
caught you.
think so.
I'm like, why did you clean that?
And I'm like, well...
Because it looked disgusting. That's what you say.
That's exactly what I say. Because it's gross. And I don't know. I don't believe it. The water part, I don't believe the water part.
What do you mean you don't believe the water part?
I don't believe it. I don't believe in that witchcraft. Oh, the mixings of the water in my brush and my cup and my air. That's the thing. The Arizona water.
It's called my Project Neutral.
Oh, my.
My water becomes my neutral.
Project Oh, I don't believe any of this. Project Neutral? I hardly know her. Thank you.
I get no respect.
Thank you. I
I
clean
get
the
no
palette.
respect.
But when I go to clean out the water that looks like it's pond water, and it's Arizona water, so it's probably not good. Ah!
That's my project neutral for this project. You start with clean water when you start a project, and then you continue to rinse the brush off, and you get all this color that is a mixture of every color I've used on here.
Jesus,
That's my project neutral.
I don't believe any of this. I don't believe. How is that even? No, he's trying not to laugh.
No, what are you talking about?
You're pulling the wool over my eyes.
Not at all. Chat. Chat. For those of you that have been here before, Chris, how many times have I talked about the project neutral and why I do my water glass the way I do?
I know.
Some of you have been here long enough to know why I do this.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
Doesn't matter what you believe. It's the truth.
What? But the dirty
The
palette
only time that I will clean it is if I use a lot of metallics.
I know.
Right? Because I don't want the metal flake to go onto non-metal.
But that's not project neutral, though.
This is.
No, I meant you have to keep the metallics in there, too, man.
That's not the case.
I can't do it. And I've cleaned the water.
The idea being that this is a great color to make sure that if you were to rinse your water with dirty water and say that has some color in it, the best color for it to be in there is the color that is the blend of everything on the model, so that it brings a little bit of that nuance into like your light glazing, right? It really comes into play when I'm glazing things with a lot of water. Because, normally I'm taking most of the water off on a paper towel. But you can't argue the fact that my paper towel is loaded with color, right? When I've been washing my paintbrush, this is the wet paintbrush coming out of the cup. So that color goes in. This is my project neutral, and it keeps going into my other colors. Not in a way that makes it to where it looks like it feels like a real mix, but in a nuanced way that I believe helps. If I start with crystal clear water, if I had 18 cups of water, and every color I was painting I put into a different cup to clean it, my project would look different. 100%.
And here I am trying to.
Mincener says, but I do see Gene do the same thing, so it tracks. See?
Me trying to clean your cup.
Some people just do it because they're lazy. I'm not saying that's Gene, but. I keep trying to get a good optimal order for organizing my paints on my racks, but I'm still always hunting for colors. Right now, my racks are set up as blacks, grays, whites, browns, flesh tones, and then Roy G. Biv. Is there a better way to arrange them to make reach and grab a bit easier? I mean, I do the same thing. Ours is different. Ours. Well, it's not really, right?
You do yours by hue.
Mine's the same Roy G. Biv.
Yeah.
Right. It's red, orange, yellow, green.
Roy G. Biv.
The greens, and then into the blue greens, and then blues, and then into the bluish purples, and then purples, magentas, browns, flesh tones. Flesh tones, then all the browns. Then all the grays, and then my white, black. Right. And then my metallics. So no, I mean, I think that's the best way, because I get this rainbow of color that when I know I need a green, I can immediately look and find all my greens and then just go left and right and pick the one I need. I'm less concerned about what the name of the paint is. I don't care. I want the visual that I'm looking for. So if I need a faded green, I look over at the greens and I just grab it. And I might say, like Chris catches me all the time, I'll be like, I'm going to grab some faded green. And I don't grab faded green at all. I grab, bright pale green instead.
It's a green.
Yeah.
That's why you do that, right?
It's a desaturated green, which is what I was going for. So,
he's been talking about this forever, this project neutral. I know, Lumberjack. I hear it. I understand it, but I want a full TED Talk about this in the future.
What he's saying, Tim, is that he doesn't believe me.
I do believe you.
No, you don't.
But I want more proof. I want more proof. We need 20 more years of evidence.
What? In song? Do I have to sing it?
Oh. I might believe you instantly if that happened. Project Neutral, Project Neutral.
The only song you know is Tannenbaum.
Project Neutral, neutral.
I don't understand you at all. Everything is Christmas tree.
Project Neutral, Project Neutral. I believe you now.
It's horrible.
I take it all back. It's Project Neutral.
It's horrible.
Over here, I'm like, it's going to be so good if I clean out its little cup. Give him some fresh water. False. Project Neutral. Ruined. Throw it away. I don't know, Chad. Made a lot of mistakes.
I made a lot of mistakes.
Shadow says, so another glazing question. Based from earlier advice of not using more than 3 layers, does that apply to glazes glazing to blend. I also trouble blend after sketching out my volumes. So another glazing question.
So if you are doing rough edged blending, I'll call it, right? Probably not a good term, but if you're painting in a more sketchy fashion and your colors are, not blended purposefully at that stage, and you're going back and glazing in between steps to get your blends to show, then you may wind up doing more steps. That's really all based on look and feel, right? You're going to know when you hit it. And you may start with things that are like super, super thin. So that one is kind of up to you. I'm talking more for adding a hue, not for the technical aspects of blending. So that's a great question, because there is a very important part of glazing that is used to, smooth out your blends. It's what people like Flame On do to get their smooth blended painting style on, is that they do very defined sketches for value and then come back and glaze in between. And I would be lying to if I said that you could do all of that in just 3 passes. I am gonna literally jump over this deck.
Project neutral. John says Jason isn't a hamster, Chris. What? The wheel's spinning, but the hamster ain't moving. That's right.
I don't know what he's talking about.
I don't know what he's talking about either.
No, I was talking about you.
Oh, you don't know I'm talking about me?
No. I don't ever know what you're talking about. I just kind of stare and nod a lot.
Yeah,
of
I
times.
know, dude. I can see that cold, dead stare.
Not cold and dead. I try to give it a little bit of life. Is it not working? Oh, man.
He don't want no fresh water, says John. I know. I'm just trying to do good. He's like, where's my Project Neutral, boy? Like, I put it in the sink. Oh, no. You ruined the project, you. Reprime it.
I love how I just called you boy somehow.
Oh,
Christopher, come here, boy.
Oh, no. Oh.
That was one of my favorite things in cartoons, was that it was in Bugs Bunny.
Foghorn Leghorn?
No, it was I think it was like the Union general who he would hang out on his country estate or whatever. Maybe it was a Southern general, and they had Bugs Bunny would pop up, and he was like, Belvedere, come here, boy. And he would sick his big bulldog or whatever it was on Bugs Bunny, and so the cartoon was the bulldog and Bugs Bunny doing the standard Tom and Jerry fighting kind of a thing. Belvedere, come here, boy.
Panic Bomb, 365-day stream streak.
Not possible.
Wow. Mo says, my doctor was talking about Mr. Magoo today.
Oh my God, Mr. Magoo was great. Couldn't see anything.
Panic Bomb, 365 days. That's exactly a year, unless it's a leap year. But that's pretty cool. Hey, you're a pretty cool individual, Panic Bomb.
Hey, you want to know how you know that we don't know what we're doing with mathematics?
Yes.
We have to have leap years.
Why do we have? What is, naive question. What's the leap year for again?
It's for bad mathematics. It's to be like, oops, our numbers don't work, so let's just
skip a year.
Let's just take a day away. There's no more honest way to say it than it's just bad math.
It says Mr. Magoo is a legend. You know what also is a legend, chat?
Foghorn Leghorn. You mentioned it earlier.
That's right, Foghorn Leghorn. I said, boy.
Boy. Come here, boy. Boy.
Oh, man.
I'm a chicken hawk.
Speaking of chicken hawks.
I'm not doing it. I'm not your monkey to just have me dance whenever you say dance.
No, you're my Project Neutral.
That's it.
I like
Chat,
that.
we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back...
I'll be dead. I won't be employed. I'm going to die. No.
I'm in danger.
Here for a long time, not a good time, chat. What I always say.
You're definitely here for a good time. You are the good time most of the time.
I am some kind of time.
Christopher is the good time most of the time.
Sometimes.
Not all the time.
Not all the times. 50-50. I'm right down the middle. 50-50. That's a T. That's a T shirt for sure. Oh, yeah. Right, that. Here for a long time, not a good. Just Chris painstakingly trying to come up with a Blood Bowl base. That's what that is.
Poor Chris. He's like, yesterday he admitted
I needed to figure it out.
He admitted to us that if he can't figure out a good basing scheme for his models, he loses all of his traction on his hobby.
It was bad.
Mojo.
It was so bad. I'm like, I got to step away from this, but I'm like, oh, I need to get it done. I just bought the Blood Bowl book. Which didn't really change much. But they did streamline the book, which I will give them that. No free pub. No free pub, but they made the book a lot more readable. So it now makes sense. No more skipping around like a little, 5th grade schoolyard. No, none of that business anymore.
None of that business.
Like, oh, it's actually linear now. Thank you, writers almighty. That's my TED Talk about Blood Bowl. It's a very fun game. You have to be in the mood for Blood Bowl.
Yes, you do.
You do. You have to go into it thinking, you know what? This is just, I call it dumb chess. Pretty much what it is.
It's brutal.
You can do everything in your power to make it right and make it so, and yet you do not get it. You don't get that. You throw your hobbit at the troll and he dies.
Yes.
That's pretty much what that game is.
Your star runner, breakaway run, trips and falls at the goal line.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Dies.
Or you do roll that 6 and you throw your halfling into the end zone. That has happened to me once, and it was pretty epic. So that's what gets you coming back, chat.
How they keep you coming back is it just has enough feel good attached to it.
Yes. Lab says, do you have some fundamental painting techniques and concepts laid down somewhere you suggest to anyone? Like you need those whatsoever, don't skip these.
Great question. We've been talking about that a lot lately.
Mm-hmm.
That question's come up a lot, which I love because it means there's probably a lot of newer painters starting to come around. And if you go back to yesterday's stream, we had a really good talk on it. I don't know where it was in the stream, but
it was towards the middle.
Because I did a lot of I paint on my hands a lot of times to show for reference, and I did a lot of lines, right? Being able to practice thin parallel lines.
Yeah.
Right? Being able to get used to how to move your hand and wrist, a lot of the functional things that people don't focus on when you're watching how to paint videos. The technical aspects of maneuvering a brush loaded with paint and having the paint be correct in its form on the brush and moving the brush in the correct way to apply it in the right place on the model is where 90% of your painting happens. And if you do not practice those fundamental brush strokes and being able to control the brush so that you load the right amount of paint on it, wick the right amount of moisture off before you go to the model, right? So you might notice on my thumb palette here.
Oh, sorry.
I always wind up at the end of the show with paint on my thumb. And the reason for that is no matter what color I'm doing, right now I'm doing this brighter highlight, but no matter what color I'm doing, if I have moisture on my brush and then I load up with paint, that's way too much paint on my brush to go straight to the model with. It'll cause droplets of paint to form on it, right? So a lot of times I come over here and I take a lot of the paint off on my thumb. Seems like waste, but it's not. There's no way to control how much paint your brush draws up into it, but I can definitely control how much there is by the time I go to the model. So now with this, I can take this over to the model, and now I'm not going to have a big droplet of color. I'll just have very easy to control paint that I can do, because I'm doing these very thin textures here to make it look like this fabric has got, some wear to it. And if I were to have all that paint on here that I had originally, then I wouldn't be able to do these little lines. It would all bleed into one another. So a lot of times controlling the paint, practicing being able to do line work.
Yep.
Those are the big things that I say that everybody has to have in their repertoire to be able to move into successful stages of painting, because it's not the colors you use. I can't say every color acts the same, because different paints act differently. In some ranges, different colors in the same range act differently. But overall, they will operate similarly. You know, in order to get a paint to be more see-through, you need to thin it more, dilute it more, either with a medium or with water. And as you do that, you start to learn, okay, if I dilute a paint more so that I can see through it more so that it acts better on the model, I need to wick more off the brush, because the thinner the paint gets, the more uncontrollable it is if you overload the model with it. So you need to take more off the brush before you touch the model. Thicker paint, you need to make sure you just have a little bit of dampness on the brush for doing base coats where you want full coverage and you don't want to do it twice. You just want to put one brush stroke, get the color covering your primer, let's say. So you know you don't wick off a lot in that case, because thicker paint you can move to where you need it on the model and it doesn't mess things up. It all looks the same. So you start to build this catalog of that's how that works, and those identities of when to use those particular techniques and tools. And that then sets you up for greatness, because then you can apply it to every color you want to use. You can determine how you want to do. Do you want to paint non-metallic metals? Do you want to use metallic paints? All of those techniques will be applicable to everything that you do. And then you just keep focusing on what the new technical aspects of painting a certain thing are. If you get into painting more textures, like I'm doing with fabric, then you're going to have to get quick brush strokes for your texture, because you don't want to draw every line. You want to be able to kind of get sketchy. And then someone mentioned in chat how to glaze to blend those back together. So there's a million ways to paint. As many ways to paint as our painters painting is the thing. All of them can be beneficial. It's just finding which ones can make you feel the most comfortable as you're using them. That's going to be the biggest key.
Yep. And we take a lot of this too, Lap. We take a lot of this and put on our YouTube channel as well. We'll sometimes do bigger style tutorials, but we'll also sometimes just take snippets. So definitely go check out our YouTube channel. And we're actually going to be having some pretty big updates to our website too. So where it'll be more of a central place where you can go and learn. So
excited to show you guys that coming up after the Black Friday stuff is done.
Yeah, so that's definitely where I said, and you know, it's funny because sometimes I will clip things and I'm like, oh, this is kind of the same thing, but a lot of the same thing is represented in a different light might mean something to you. That's why we repeat a lot of these things, because it might speak to you differently, right? Something that speaks to me might speak to you differently. So you hear a lot of the same things in different ways. And that's my TED Talk. And by we, I mean Jason. And by Jason, I mean myself. And myself, I mean we, the people.
Does any of that make sense to anybody?
X up, chat, if it did. Oh, look, an X from me. Perfect.
Perfect. You're fulfilled.
One
Chris,
X.
Winner.
Also, Lab, this is a great one too. This is a great video. The Just Do This video.
Chad, I need you to X up if you wish you could replace me for a day so that you could have as much fun as I do sitting in a room with Chris.
Whoa, look at that huge X from Monument Hobbies. Why? Oh, Spaznat said why.
Everybody out there knows they would love to come spend a day in the studio with Chris. Maybe we have a contest where that's the reward.
No, is that the reward or the opposite, the hell? Because it's either the reward or Jason gets a headache. It's like a reward. Rogue Leader says, in quotes, reward? Yeah, if you guys... Oh, if we had chat, if one lucky winner came up here and took Jason's spot for a day and painted live, they best be prepared, because the unleashing of my pent up anger would be thrust upon them.
What is this pent up anger from?
Oh, I'm mad.
Oh, geez.
I'm always mad.
What are you mad about?
Oh, everything.
Just period?
Yeah.
The weather?
Yeah.
The price of gas?
Yeah.
Grilled cheese sandwiches?
Not grilled cheese sandwiches.
They get a pass? Why do they get a pass?
No,
what
they
about
don't
BLTs?
Chat doesn't get a pass. Oh, BLTs? Ooh.
Now that I've
do
said
like
that,
a
I would like a
BL.
BLT.
I like a good BLT. I like to BLT this stream. That's for sure.
What?
Criminal Christopher. No, that's Criminal J. I can't take Jordan's name. Yes, come on and hang out.
You just said Jordan's name.
Anna says, I mean, hanging out in the studio, sure. With just Chris, I don't know about painting on stream or dealing with just Chris. I know. Doctors would say too long of exposure near me would lead to mild hyposchizophrenia.
Mild.
Just mild.
So the thing is that we would have to do something where you got a pass to come in here and you would sit at the guest table. I wouldn't force anybody to sit here and paint. That might be a little too daunting.
Force them, Jason.
But they could go sit at the guest table and kind of sit and watch this as it occurs to see that there's no sleight of hand tricks of camera going on here. This is all real.
There's
live. No green screen AI, CGI.
This is live.
This is live. This is real. He is like this all the time.
This is live. Chris, have seemed like someone peed in your Wheaties. Weeds? No. Mo, nobody peed in my Wheaties. Yeah, we'll do. How about that? We'll do one. You can sit over here. Or, even better, you can sit behind the producing, and I can sit over there and lambaste you every time you make a mistake.
Oh, man.
Why did you record that bit? I've got like tentacle arms going on back here. You guys don't even know. You guys do know when I am recording a bit because Jason will go off onto the mountain is what I call it, right? When Jason's really getting into it, it's the mountain peak speech, and I can't stop that train. I will not stop it. I must get the content. So sometimes I do miss questions, and Mo and Lumberjack always keep me accountable.
Hey, Chris, do your job.
Hey, do your job, Chris. Oh, thank you for reminding me. Thank you. Anna says, is this so someone can see what you have to deal with all stream? I think so. I think he just wants someone else.
The whole bring somebody in?
Yeah, I think he just wants somebody to deal with it with him.
I don't want to do this alone anymore. I don't feel safe. I'm in danger.
I'm here to serve. Mo, hey, you know what? Shout out to Mo. Keep me accountable. I love to throw a dig at Chris every once in a while, but he is cool and hanging out in the studio would be neat. Hey, don't tell him I said anything nice, though. Oh, 1 second. What do I want to press for that? All the buttons. Where's the... Thank you, Rogue Leader. I tried to find the cringiest button on my little pad here.
Why cringy? They were being nice to you.
Yeah, I know. It doesn't feel right.
What, that people were being nice to you?
That's not the prison love I'm used to from chat.
Right, yeah.
It's just weird. They want something. Oh, yeah, Chris. Oh, maybe you can, I don't know. Maybe go like another 5 minutes or something, man. Yeah, you're cool, man. Yeah, I know what you're doing. I know what they're all doing.
They're trying to get your cigarettes.
They're buttering me up.
Trying to get your cigarettes,
They're
Chris.
buttering me up for the big day tomorrow.
You just want my cigarettes.
I'm no turkey, chat.
Wait
you're right. Never mind. You're fired. Shout out to the shipping crew. My order shipped like 4 hours ago. Double T, they're on one. It's a war zone over there.
So many orders. It's insane. They're gonna come in on Saturday.
Oh, it's a war zone. Artistic Outlaw says, I want to say that the idea of there is as many ways to paint as there are painters has really kept me in the right mindset when I'm feeling like not executing up to the standard I'm shooting for. Yeah. I like that.
Yeah, it goes hand in hand with that. Only compare your work to your last work, your current work to your last work.
Yeah.
Don't try to, shoot for the moon and realize that, you'll hamstring yourself along the way if you don't allow for your own process. A lot of times we'll see something we really like and say, ooh, I want to paint like that. And so you'll start going to do the things, learn the things that make your work look like that. And if you get too hyper-focused on making it look and compare it to that other thing that you didn't create, you'll miss the opportunity to find your own style along the way. Yeah. Right? Because a lot of what happens is that out of duplication and what do we want to call it? mimicry, so to speak. You take something that you see myself doing or some other artist you love doing, and they show a tutorial, and you start mimicking that and trying to create it for yourself. If you're too hyper focused on making it look exactly like what they did, like I said, you'll miss all of the opportunity to have done something awesome on your own. Because you'll be trying to mimic something you see me do, but along the way, you won't do it exactly the same, but the way you do it is awesome as well. And so you'll miss it because you'll be like, that doesn't look like Jason's at all. But you need to take a step back and say, but that's pretty rad. And then catalog it and make that your own thing. That's how style evolves. Like, a lot of us start to copy things, especially when you're young and you look up to somebody, whether it's music or whatever, and you start you play Metallica all day long.
Yeah.
A lot of the best guitarists that I know grew up playing other people's music, right? That's what you do.
Yeah.
You learn playing other people's music. And so they learn those riffs and they started getting good, and they could play every song in this catalog by, whomever. And then one day they get their own sound.
That's right.
Right. And you can see where their influences come from, but they took the time to realize that, hey, I can do this on my own.
Yeah.
And that's what that whole only compare yourself to your last work, and realize that there are as many ways to paint as there are painters. And you may be that next painter that creates a style that I look at and go, wow, I really want to do that. And then you come back and you go, well, that just looks like that because I was trying to do something you were doing. And what a great circle of life that becomes, right? When it's like each artist gets to riff on one another, right? Because, oh, I really love how you did that. Oh, that was me trying to do that thing you showed on stream that time.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, really? Oh. Yeah, it didn't come out right, but I really liked it. And I'm like, I love it. It looks great. That happens all the time.
Empty Fine Painting, 81 months. That's a long time. Jason, are you still using 10 o'clock as your light source of the frameable paint scheme? Is that what you're doing on here? Is it from 10
not
o'clock?
really.
Or
I'm just kind of painting.
Where's your light coming from on this one?
Her face I did where the shadow side was over here.
Oh,
right?
yeah, I see.
Everything else I've kind of kept to where the light is more, typical front, I guess, or typical top and front. I only chose a light direction on the head so that with the volume of the head, I could kind of create the brightness, shift it over like this, right? For everything else, I don't care. Yeah. There's so much detail on her that I didn't want to take away from it. So that's the thing to think about, is that you can always, as long as you're not doing anything overly dramatic, right? I haven't brightened up one side of the face and left the other side in complete darkness. Then I would have to make the whole body follow suit. Here I just did it so I could pick which side for my metallic shine things we're going to lean into heavily for more brightness. So I chose the 10 o'clock over here. For everything else, it's really more of just a balanced light. I'm even lighting into the inside to catch these folds a little bit, just so I have that kind of sheen. I'm kind of looking for almost a satin band of color on this. So I've got some metallic shine going on it right now. Just playing.
Lumberjack, we know you're here, man. We know.
Apt to find you back. You took a painting break for a while. Well, good. I hope you're enjoying your return. Historical embroidery. That's awesome.
Return of the brush.
My phone will never let me share my streak. I've been here every day since the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
That's Twitch being twitchy, Tim. We know.
We know you. We know your guys' intentions. We know.
Real recognizes real.
That's right. If you click on the channel.
James Ben, am I coming in on Friday? I haven't decided yet.
Because you're coming in Saturday.
To Clarendon.
To Clarendon.
Yeah.
No, it's St. Clarington's, by the way.
No, it's Clarendon.
No, we call it St. Clarington's.
It's Clarendon.
The St. Clarington's. Oh. St. Clarington's, brother. It is definitely St. Clarington's now. It is the pinnacle, the citadel, if you will. Oh no, that's not us. Let me repeat. Oh, num 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 num. Drink up. Num num num. Where'd you go to get your? What is that?
This is a Burger King.
No free pub. What are you doing?
You just asked me.
They don't sponsor us. Ahoal does. You don't have to put up with you guys. I'm really trying to make a viable sponsorship here, and he's bringing the big man himself in, and I can't deal with this. He's going to be at St. Clarington's, though. I like to say that. People.
No.
Why don't you like that? That's such a fun thing.
No, it's not.
You going to St. Clarington's?
It's not. No, it's not.
Yeah, it's hilarious. You going to St. Clarington's, brother? You want to know who likes that joke?
Nobody.
Everybody.
Absolutely nobody likes
Everybody.
that joke.
Everybody
Anybody
likes
who
it.
has told you that they like that joke was dead on lying to you.
I'm going to St. Clarington's.
He was lying to you.
I'm going to St. Clarington's. Thank you. Lumberjack, I found on my phone that prompt. Thank you, Wad, for being Twitch tech here for us.
This is one of those days where I'm having a real hard time knowing if I need to blink twice for help
The
or if I should
life.
just grin and bear it. I'm not real sure.
You should drink some of that Project Neutral. That'll get you up. I mean, wait a minute.
Somebody had too many margaritas last night. I don't know what's happening.
I did not. I had one single man, one single marg.
Gabe had two.
I know. I'm like,
Gabe's a madman. Can't be stopped.
Project Neutral, the true drink of the world. You need to get your body back into neutral. Project Neutral. It sounds like Activia now. Are you not regular neutral? Let me share you. Let me show you this.
The fact that you know drug names from TV is what is most disturbing.
No, Activia is the yogurt.
Oh.
The yogurt that makes you poop.
What?
Yeah, dude. Activia.
There's a yogurt that makes you poo?
Yeah, dude. You don't
like
know
a
what
laxative yogurt?
You know what Activia is. You've seen those regular.
You get it in like
it comes in the little green
like Froyo?
Great. Here's what's gonna happen.
Could you get Activia Froyo? Could you get like laxative frozen yogurt? You put chocolate chips in it?
Yes, the Jamie Lee Curtis yogurt. Thank you, Wad.
What?
Yes. Okay.
This is a thing?
Here's the problem. Now
I don't watch any television.
Kenny over at in sales was listening to the stream one day, and he got an ad for Depends on his stream. So you know they're listening.
Let me know if anybody that wears Depends is in Twitch's demographic. That's what I'm looking to hear right now.
I'm like, it's not a coincidence. Jay, he says.
I think that says more about us because they know it's like, oh, you're watching an old man paint. Maybe you need Depends.
It's like, wait a minute. I don't know where this is, but maybe we can get something out of this. Activia. You know that one.
I don't.
What?
Okay, so I do not partake in the television. Is that a TV thing?
No, years ago. Yeah, it's years ago. I don't watch any TV anymore. And this was like old school commercial.
No idea.
Back when I was only 58, you know? I'm going to crap my pants. I don't know. It depends. Oh, Wad. Coming in from left field.
You can never trust Wad. The only thing you can trust Wad to do is derail everything.
Wad. No.
Come through with a Depends joke.
No.
Am I going to crap myself? Well, that depends.
Well, that depends. Project Neutral. I like that. Like Jason's got this Project Neutral going on.
Why are you so enamored with that?
No, I'm not enamored. I just like the name. It's Project Neutral.
But you don't even believe in it.
I do believe in it.
No, you don't.
I don't. No, I do. Yes, I believe you, Jason.
I
believe in Project Neutral. I believe in Project Neutral. I do. When you explained it to me.
No, you didn't.
No, I know.
You said it sounded a bunch of malarkey.
No, but I have cleaned your cup quite often in between projects.
And I've gotten mad at you.
Well, not that mad. It was never like public mad. It was more like jokey, fun time mad.
I'm never publicly mad at you.
And I
just curse your name when I go to sleep at night.
Curse you! Gentastic says, out of all the great movies she's been in, there are some people who only know Jamie Lee Curtis as the lady in the Pooh yogurt commercial. That's so true, Jen. That's my point. Jen knows what I'm talking about.
Jamie Lee Curtis was in Fright Train. Is it called Fright Train?
Fright Train?
Murder Express, Fright Train. It was in like a serial killer murder on a train. I mean, she was in Halloween for Christ. She was a scream queen.
Activia.
And then she was Fish Called Wanda. That was like her breakout role. Before that, she was just a scream queen. All she did was do horror flicks.
Activia. All right. That was my last one of those. Hopefully you go
I think
Google
it was Fright Train.
we're gonna do that as our next commercial, talking about Jason's Project Neutral.
Freight Train was one of my favorite movies.
Freight Train?
I think that's what it was called.
Freight Train? I've never even
If
heard
you look
of it.
at IMDb for Jamie Lee Curtis, there's a horror movie on a train, and that's it.
This is Freight Train. Freight Train? Oh, you mean Terror Train?
Terror Train, there you go.
Terror Train. Ugh, this looks wild.
Is it Jamie Lee Curtis?
Yeah.
That's it then.
1980.
Yep. It's really good.
Wow.
Now, I say that, and you go watch it and you hate it, you have to remember that this is like 12-year-old me saying this was good.
M3 South. That was terrible, Jason. You mean the Freight? A Terror Train looks scary.
How is it terrible? 12-year-old me would disagree.
If that's what you're talking about.
12-year-old me was like, enamored with Jamie Lee Curtis and horror flicks. I don't remember a whole lot of it, but if you can, why are you saying it's bad?
Are you saying that Jason is bad?
Oh, what?
Or are you
don't you give him that as an option? Don't you?
Are you talking about Project Neutral or are you talking about Terror Train?
I am looking for a new producer.
I think the Project Neutral is totally valid and a real thing.
This job does not take a whole lot of effort.
I cleaned that cup in confidence, knowing that this was going to be a fun thing. Oh, I see. M3 South says that was a pun on terror. Oh, that was terrible, Jason. That's how I should have said that. And here I'm just like, that's terrible, Jason.
Homework is that everybody over the holidays needs to go watch Terror Train. I wonder if you can even find it to watch it anywhere. Is it on like Tubi?
Tubi?
It's on one of those stupid freaking pay for way too many TV things.
To be or not to be? That is the question. To paint or not to paint? That is the question.
That should never be a question.
To paint or not to paint?
Should never be a question. You just paint. Do you have the opportunity to paint? Paint. What the heck are you doing?
To paint or not to paint? Taking the slings and arrows from chat.
Is this another one of your autobiographies?
Yes. To paint or not to paint? Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Oh my. That's a great one. Because then they're like, well, of course he's got to say to paint. And then I go into the book. And then he's like, well, here's 100 pages that you're going to have to read to get to the answer. Yes, you should paint. But enjoy.
Only 100 pages?
Only need 100. Only need 100.
For what?
Jason?
What?
It's about time.
3:56
p.m.
No way.
Mountain Standard Time. And by Mountain Standard Time, I mean Monument Standard.
Paid professional chat.
I've had to say that a lot in our posts lately.
Paid professional chat.
Because if you're over in this part of the world, it's this time. And if you're in this part of the world, it's this time. But if you're in this part of the world, we don't do what you do, you crazy other people, and your time weirdness. We are just here at Mountain Standard Time.
Monument Standard Time. We have bought the rights to MST. It's not trademarked, so we trademarked it.
How long can we squat on that till we actually get that for free? How do we do that? How do we do that? Can we just say it for like the next 5 years and we get it?
Yes.
To paint or not to paint? That is the question. And the answer is to do it. Put paint on the model.
Dad, I apologize.
Me too, chat. I am so sorry.
I apologize.
You're right. What are you apologizing for, Jason? Say it out loud, you.
I am gonna wait until you go to the bathroom.
I'm not. The last time I did that, you announced to the world a wild, crazy thing. I'm gonna hold it. Oh, that's me holding it. Hey, oh. Hey, speaking of holding it,
I'm not doing it.
We are at the end of the show.
I'm not doing it.
And by the end of the show, I mean
I think we've scared anybody who was a potential new viewer away.
What? There are so many people here.
Have you listened to yourself today?
I'm sorry, everybody. Jason's he's gonna have a talking with me. He's like, Christopher. I don't think that was good. I'm like, what do you mean? You made fun of my Project Neutral? And you were ridiculous the whole day.
Come here, boy.
I needed it. There you go. M3 South, go, Chris. Go need to use the restroom. That IBS free. Yeah, it's too much Activia. Because I can't sing the Living Spaces song or I'll get actual fired.
I will jump over this table. I have knives. I have sharp objects.
Fired.
I have sharp objects
I know
here.
we joke around here, but that's not a joke. We just don't do that.
That's one of those where you say, "Hey, Chris, how will we know you won the lottery?" He's like, "I'll come in playing my the Living Spaces tune on a boom box."
Yeah, that's what I'll know. It's like saying Beetlejuice 3 times. Can't do that.
Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
No.
See, it's just
Gandalf.
Hollywood.
Hey,
Candyman, Candyman, Candyman. See?
Oh, Mo says everyone have a great holiday, even Chris. Hey, Mo, I love that segue.
Mo, I love the turn that you've made in your life where you can now forgive Chris all his wrongdoings.
Thank you.
And tell him to enjoy his holiday.
I won't. You heard
Why
it
won't
here.
you?
Oh, I won't.
Why not?
Oh,
Even
I won't.
Mo's
chat.
wishing you a happy holiday.
I don't believe it.
You don't believe Mo?
I don't believe Mo.
Wow.
I believe you, Mo. I take it all back. I'm just kidding, chat. You know me. I know you. Hey.
I think that all of these lovely people really, really do appreciate us.
I think so.
And I think that
We're
that
here for
includes you, Chris, because
Hey.
you are a phenomenal part of this show.
Hey.
I would like to give thanks to Christopher, everybody.
Thank you. And Jason, I'd like to give thanks to you as well. We learn so much from you on a daily basis.
I would like to give, well, thank you, Chris.
We do. I have many light bulb
I would like
moments
to
here.
thank Chris for putting up with me and for delivering such great, amazing content every day.
We try.
And for guiding chat on this journey we're all on together.
Even though I miss those questions sometimes. I'm pretty good because of Mo and Lumberjack, but I appreciate it. Thank you, Jason.
It's always good to have help.
Hey, you know what, Jason?
A little bit of support never hurt nobody.
We thank you, too. We learn a lot from you.
Well, you're very welcome. I enjoy doing this.
Hey, that's why we do this.
Sincere at all, but
and we do it from Monday through Friday. Not this week. We got a holiday week. We got a busy week still going on, everybody. If you are not aware, those links I just put up, we have a 20% off discount going on right now.
The first time we've ever done a sale. So if you've ever been on the fence about trying Monument Hobbies products, now there is no better time.
Get the intro set for somebody that you love and know and get them into the hobby. That's my pitch.
No better time than the present.
Look at my dad. My dad is our pinnacle.
That's incredible, by the way.
He has so many things he's painted. And my dad just became so easy to gift and Christmas shop for.
Isn't that awesome?
Oh yeah. He just finished two trucks that carry the tanks.
Yeah.
Which is
the American ones?
The American ones, and then a German one.
Oh, yeah.
And it has like a whole half-track thing on it.
Yep, that's the big 8-ton or whatever it is.
The point is, go get somebody into the hobby. It's definitely worth it.
Because it'll make it easy for you to buy gifts for.
I'm not even kidding.
So, okay,
yes.
So this is probably the best thing I've ever heard. Chris is basically saying, go get your family members into the hobby so that when gift giving time comes around, you can get yourself something too.
Yes, the gift that keeps on giving.
Because people in your household will be like, why did you spend all this money at Monument Hobbies? Like, well, that was Grandpa's birthday.
Yeah, and I'm like, now my dad's Christmas list is just a bunch of models and paint. So there you go.
That's so awesome, by the way.
That's great. But anyway, that is going to go on.
My father got me into model painting.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, my dad he built airplanes and boats.
Yep.
And then he left. And I never built another model with him.
You know what's oh my gosh. I'm like,
and then he left. Minute. He went to the store for cigarettes and milk.
He went to go get another model.
I paint every model for you, Dad.
Where are you now?
Come back with your smokes.
Oh man, that got dark.
That got dark.
But yes,
what I love is that the closer we get on this, the better it looks in that frame.
That
I'm
does.
just super stoked.
It's looking really good.
This is like the cheap frame that we got just to test the sizing of the models on. So it was
Yeah.
never really intended to be anything other than a production test.
Yep.
But it wound up making its way over here, and now we use it.
It looks great. It's a
But
perfect
for a
example.
cheapo $5 frame.
Yeah.
Right?
Those are also live. We launched those this Monday alongside the Wizard's Butt set, and we're not going to be here Thursday and Friday, chat, but our sale goes on until
Look at that.
Cyber Monday, 11:59 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, Monument Standard Time, and over in the EU, 23:59 CET. Oh my gosh!
Isn't CET what you get for playing football?
I don't know.
Hmm.
CT, it's CET. It's the one that I put everywhere. So yeah,
That's awesome, Wirehead.
our sale is still going on.
Well, I said my dad went to get to my extra thin. That's why I only use super glue. Damn right.
Dang.
Damn right. I do everything opposite.
Did he make a model of Milk, prisoner? No.
Why you want to make me cry?
Yeah, CTE. There you go. Thank you, Panic Bomb.
I can't keep it straight. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. It's been a great week. We've had a lot of fun, except for Chris.
That's right.
And I apologize
Hey,
for that.
we
But
forgive you.
see y'all. Extra love for the fulfillment team. They are killing it right now. Fantastic. Thank you guys and gals so much for all the support during our week-long sale, the first ever in the history of Monument Hobbies. So like I said, go jump over to the links that Chris put up in chat, monumenthobbies.com here in the U.S., monumenthobbies.eu for the EU and the U.K., where the sale is running there as well. So have some fun, grab some great holiday stuff, do your Christmas shopping, check all the stuff off your list if you hang out with other nerds.
That's right.
And have a great time if you're over here in the U.S. and you have your holiday coming up for Thanksgiving. I hope everybody gets to spend some quality time with friends and family. You have a great long weekend. We will be off tomorrow and Friday. I'm gonna say we won't be streaming. I might surprise you during the weekend. So because I can't stay away, I want to paint. Especially now, I'm making good progress on her, so I want to keep going. So we'll see. We'll see if I can figure out all this mumbo jumbo technology without Chris around. I did it before.
You can. It's easy.
I do it.
It's
before.
a couple buttons and a will to live.
The hardest part for me was figuring out how to turn on all the cameras.
Oh,
they all have different buttons. I was like, I have everything except for the face cam.
You figured out how to turn my nuke switch on, so we're good.
Your nuke switch?
That's how I do it. Where essentially, that's how how I built it essentially. So where you have the scene, and the only way to turn it on is where you flip the plastic lid and then you hit start. So it's a built-in safety for anybody who does it, just so that you never actually hit the button on accident.
Oh, I don't know what he's talking about.
Never mind.
Now he's got me scared to touch this stuff. So.
No, you did it right, so it doesn't even matter.
Everybody, thanks for hanging out. Very, very thankful, like we said, being all truthfulness, thankful that you guys choose to spend your hard-earned time with us watching paint dry. I say it every day, but it is the truth. I love our community. Yep. Make sure to join the Discord. Well over 6,000 amazing members over there with great influence and inspiration happening on a daily basis. Great place to hang out, make friends, talk about hobby, get answered questions very easily, and to pitch in and give your own 2 cents in for people that are asking that may be new to the hobby. Yep. Go over and join the community. Have a lot of fun with us over there. Again, like I said, have a wonderful hobby. For those of you that are not in the U.S., also have a great weekend if we don't see you. And we will definitely be back to normal scheduled program on Monday. But again, we might surprise you during the weekend. So have a lot of fun. Stick around. Chris is going to find you somebody to raid. Show some love in the chat we wind up in, and we'll catch you back here later. Adios, gang.